I'm a nice person, but whenever I laugh, people be like, you sound like a Disney villain. Whenever I laugh, somebody will lean over and be like, yeah, you sound like you laughing at somebody who just fell. And people do be falling. Watching people fall in public is my self-care, you know? Watching someone lose a battle with gravity brings me joy. But whenever I laugh, people be like, yeah, you sound evil. Like, you sound like a villain, which is crazy. Like, I went to church once and I laughed, right? The pastor was funny. And fine, amen. I said, oh my God, he got tattoos? Amen. Anyway, the pastor said something funny, I laughed. He go, the devil is in here today. The devil? I don't hear it. No, I hear it. I'm not Helen Keller. Oh, my bad. Is it too soon for Helen Keller? No. I'm a nice person with an evil laugh, right? Like, on the scale of Regina George to Ursula, I'm Mojo Jojo. Like, I'm...
The airport here in San Diego has a lactation room, and I didn't know what lactation meant when I went in the first time. I live in Houston, Texas, and about a month ago we had one of our very infrequent snowfalls. Spectacular. I enjoyed it. I made a snow angel. Yeah, I fell over backwards and couldn't get up. In about 3 weeks, I'm going to Europe to do some shows. Very excited about that. The first city will be Amsterdam, which I'm told has a lot of drugs, which I don't do, and a lot of sex workers. I swear to God, I'll jump. Swear to God. I ain't kidding. Sorry.
He always asks, my dad, every time he sees a gay couple, he'll go, who's the man one? Who's the man one? He'll even do it if it's two men. He'll go, who's the man one with those men? And I had to take him aside. I was like, hey, you gotta stop doing that. And he goes, 'cause it's not PC. And I was like, well, take that out of it. At least like 6 out of 10 times, it's visually obvious, okay? Like, it's two men. One of them's in a sundress. Who don't you think, all right? I know it's wrong, but sometimes I like to say I'm the man one. I think we can deconstruct these things to reconstruct them. And I like to say it for fun. I go, I'm the man one. Like every time I take out the trash, man one. Every time I kill a bug, pow, man one. Every time I avoid conflict, man one. And women ones hate it. When you call yourself the man one, woo! The first time my girlfriend heard me call myself the man one, she went, ugh, you sound obnoxious and ignorant and like you don't even know what you're talking about. And I was like, yeah, see? I'm the man. That's what I said. See, you women ones, you just talk. You don't listen. That's the problem. Unbelievable. Someone tried to set me up with another man one once, and I'm embarrassed how I reacted. I flipped out. I was like, you think I'd be into something like that? You can't do that. That's wrong. I sounded like a conservative senator from Texas. I was like, 2 man ones? No. You listen to me. It has to be 1 man one with 1 woman one, like in the Bible. That's how it has to be. What is happening to the American family? There's no structure, no balance of energy.
It's hard being old. I'm divorced. I got divorced in like 2021. That shit is rough. My ex is she's polyamorous now. That's some wild shit. Like any dude could get left for one dude. I got left for 5 dudes, 3 women, and a them. What the fuck is that? I never stood a chance. I thought I was dealing with the divorce well. I thought I was. I really thought I was. But in hindsight, I probably didn't need to get a neck tattoo. That was probably not a necessary step in the healing process. So maybe I could have did a little better.
Let's just get this out of the way. I am biracial. I'm half Irish, half Lord of the Rings. I got my 23andMe back on an ancient scroll, and that's why I look like a prince was rude to a witch. I told Glinda she looked tired, and now she's like, bam, you look like Tobey Maguire in Monsters, Inc. Pretty good. We're teeny tiny guys. We'll wake you up. We're kind of like peacocks. If you see more than one of us in the same day, you're like, what is going on? I wonder if they knew each other.
I asked him recently, I was like, would you ever want to have a threesome? Yeah. I did that because I like to do this cute thing where I like pretend I'm a cool wife and then I trap him in a fight. You know? So I asked him, I was like, would you ever want to have a threesome? This is what he said. He was like, my fantasy is not to have 2 women go down on me. It's for me to go down on 2 women. Yeah, he said that. Like he was some kind of fucking feminist. My favorite thing about this is to just try to imagine like how I would even talk another woman into doing this. Like, I feel like the only way it would happen would be if I was, like, already going down on a woman. I would just have to stop, and I'd be like, hey, what if I told you this could be half as good and take twice as long? I do also love thinking about the fact that my husband's literal fantasy is just being like, I need to start over.
My brother-in-law actually goes to Harvard, and I thought I'd tell you guys since he tells me a lot. It's pretty annoying, actually. Their whole family's smart. It's very tough for me to fit in. Like, they read for fun, and that's not something I've done in my entire life. Like last Christmas, we were sitting around the dining room table. Everybody was saying how many books they read that year and what was their favorite book. And I'm sitting there sweating, trying to think of one book. Just one book that's not the Bible, you know? I was staring at the kids' table. They had Play-Doh. I was like, if I could make it over there, that'd really help right now. So finally, it was my turn. They go, Mason, how many books have you read? And I was like, I don't like to keep track of that stuff. I just like to see where the pages take me. They're like, oh, cool, which one's your favorite? And I was like, I don't like to pick favorites. There's so many good ones. And they go, okay, well, give us your top 3. And now I have to think of 3 books. Bible's back on the table. So I said the Bible, and then I said To Catch a Mockingbird. And they were like, To Kill a Mockingbird? I was like, yeah, I love the sequel. I love it. How are you gonna kill it if you don't catch it? And then I made up a book called Roger That. They were like, what's that about? I was like, World War II, I think. And they were like, what about World War II? I was like, all the fighting. I don't know if you heard, no one was getting along back then. It's a very tumultuous time. So.
I've been getting hit on by a lot of women recently, right? The women are coming out the woodwork, hitting on other women. And I realized, like, I don't really know how to turn down a woman, right? They smell good, they look nice, what do you say? With guys, it's so easy. Get out of here, roach. No one was talking to you, rodent, like. easy thing, right? But I asked a straight guy friend, I was like, hey, if a woman comes up to you and you're not interested, like, what do you say? Like, how do you turn down women? And he looked at me in my eye. And he was like, what? Turn down women. I was like, oh, okay, here we are, ladies, here we are.
I've had the same doctor since I was a kid, and this is true. At the end of my last appointment, my doctor started tearing up. And she goes, Josh, I need to tell you something. Over the next few months, I'm gonna be transitioning from a woman into a man. Does that make you uncomfortable? And I was just like, why would I be uncomfortable with having a better doctor? I mean, congrats on the raise, but I'm not uncomfortable. I don't care if my doctor wants to identify as a man or a nurse. It's like, who even cares? You guys were a lot cooler about that joke than Bushwick. Holy shit. I told that shit in Bushwick, dude. Audience member of blue hair gets in my face. Had your vibe, gets in my face. You look like you're about to kick me out of a Whole Foods right now. That's a compliment in Japan, don't worry. Gets in my face and goes, that joke was transphobic. I said, excuse me. But if you'd even bothered to listen to what I was saying, you'd understand that that joke was actually misogynistic. I love trans people, okay? I fucking hate women. It's like, are you stupid or something? You know what I'm talking about? You have Crohn's now, sorry about that.
Because of my bad back, I've had several MRIs, and it's been determined that I have thin bones. And as it happens, Thin Bones is also my gangster name. Because of my thin bones, I'm very unsteady when I walk. I own the fucking sidewalk. People step aside for Thin Bones. $52.
I found out that my friend's engagement ring was $8,000. Isn't that crazy? I told my boyfriend, I was like, I don't need an $8,000 ring. I'm very happy with my $300 ring. Just give me the rest in cash, you know, whatever. Keep it off the books. I just think this is the perfect ring for my first marriage, so I'm excited. I feel incredible. My fiance is a director. He directs TV commercials. I know, very cool. And I am an actor, so kind of a power couple. Except I've auditioned for my boyfriend, and he's never cast me in anything. Yeah, I'm like, who do I need to fuck to get an acting job around here? Because it is not the director. And it is not his friend, so I don't know who... What? I'm like, where did this myth come from that women are sleeping their way to the top? I can't even sleep my way onto a Burger King commercial, so...
Every time I get off the train, like 4 a.m. something, I don't know, I don't want to put you all in a category, but white women, listen. I'm not even bullshitting. There's always a white woman jogging in that area. Always. Right by the dark forest, right there. Listen, white women, I care about you, but you're not known for your speed. Every time, and I said, let me not put them all in a category, let me not do that. So I took the train a couple times, and I'd come out 4 or 5 in the morning, another white woman. Not a white man, not an Asian, not an African American, not an Indian, nothing. White woman. What do you think, white women at night? What do you think? I have the whole city to myself. This'll be a nice time to jog. I'll put my noise canceling headphones on. I don't want to hear anybody creeping up on me. I don't want to be disturbed. I was getting so angry, I started chasing him. I was like, come here, bitch, where the fuck you going? I was like, I'm just kidding. Go home, I could have got you.
I was raised very sheltered. I grew up evangelical Christian. So yeah, I was pretty like sexually naive. The only time I even heard about sex was every time one of our pastors had an affair. So only like 3 or 4 times. Not enough, but I was very curious. Like, I really wanted to look up penises on the internet. I wanted to Google them. I wanted to look at them. But at church, they made it very clear that I wasn't allowed to do that. You can't look up nude photos. God would not be cool with that. Which I always thought was kind of weird. Like, why does God care if I'm looking up penises? You know? Like, if God created man, wouldn't he want people to check out his portfolio? I feel like anytime an artist doesn't want to share their work is only if they're not super happy with it. So maybe that's what happened with the penis. Maybe God was going through an experimental phase or something. He was like, hey, I made this thing. Never mind, it sucks, don't look at that. It's a sin if you look at it, stop it. He even tried to fix it. He was like, what if we cut a little bit off the top? No, made it worse. Don't look at it. It's bad.
I miss drugs a lot. Drugs are awesome, you know? I miss them. I don't miss weed as much. I actually had to stop smoking weed before I stopped anything else because the weed, what happened, man? This shit got so strong so fast. Like, do you guys remember old weed? Like, old weed was like silly, remember? You like smoke a little weed. You go to the store, you like get a bag of chips, you watch a movie. We used to giggle, man. What the fuck happened? Dude, I turned 25, I hit a joint one time, dark thoughts, dude. Just questioning everything, just like, dude, am I a fucking loser? Dude, take this away. What the fuck is in that, man? Like the last time I ever smoked weed, I did a dab. Ooh, some drama in the room. Yeah, if you don't know what dabs are, it's like a concentrated form of weed that doesn't need to exist, man. And I didn't know I was doing that shit, because my buddy, he invited me over. This is what he said. He said, let's smoke weed. That's what the fuck he said to me. Let's smoke weed. I was like, hell yeah, dude, I love weed. I get to his house, first red flag. My buddy goes, hey man, you ready to smoke? And I'm like, let's do it. He goes, all right, I'm gonna go grab all the stuff. All the stuff. I was like, last I checked, we needed fire and an apple. What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, gotta grab my rig, my glass, my wand, and my torch. Hey, he came back with a commercial grade blowtorch. Like, you ready to smoke, big dog? It's like, what the fuck is that for? You gonna weld us a bong? We having creme brulee? What the? I'm not doing torch weed, bro. And immediately he got so sad. He was just like, oh, dude, come on, you know? And I was like, okay. You drive a hard bargain. I was like, you light it, bro. I'll just fucking suck. You do your thing, I'll do mine. So I just put my mouth down like... I was like, is it working? Give me an update, man. And I just blow out this enormous, milky cloud of smoke, and I just turn and look at my buddy, who's the biggest stoner I've ever known in my entire life, says the worst thing you can hear out of a stoner's mouth. He just looks at me and goes, oh, dude. That was a big hit, man. I was like, how big? He was like, that was supposed to be for both of us. You cleared it. You cleared it. I was just like, just immediate panic. We all know that moment. Just based off of the amount of smoke in the air and that little tickle in your throat, you're like, yep, the next 4 hours of my life are fucked. Because I just started walking towards the door, bro. I did not say goodbye. Kind of forgot how to walk a little bit, just trotting like a Clydesdale. My buddy behind me, the last thing I heard was, wanna watch Hot Tub Time Machine? And then just I walked out the front door. And then I got into my car, right? I drove home and I was like, the thing I don't like about the weed now is it's so fucking strong, it makes you think about things you don't want to remember. You know? Because I was driving home, I remembered something I hadn't thought about in so long. I was driving home and I was like, oh my God, remember that one time you were 17, you had just started working at a restaurant, and a whole table of 12 people all ordered soup? And then when you brought the soup to the table, you put it down and said, soup, there it is. And they didn't say anything! That was such a good pun, man! Fuck those people! And I just don't want to remember that shit, you know what I mean?
I've been off and on with anger management since I was 15. And I love anger management a lot. You know, it's great. You know, it's a really good thing. You know, they really try to help you out, make you better, and I'm still trying. But there's just things I can't get rid of. Like one of my favorite things to do, I love telling people to eat a dick. I love it. Just the way it pops, I just love it. Especially when they're appalled, when they go, because then I throw another one at them, and I'm like, eat a dick again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it pops. You know. But I can't do, now I try to be better about it. You know, I'm like working on myself. You know, I do it different. I still say it, but I just do it, you know, soft, a little bit softer. I'd be like, eat a dick, respectfully, because you're human. I know you're trying, you know, I
didn't know that I was having a bad childhood while I was having a bad childhood. I just thought that was what life was. I didn't know until I had a friend over. We were 9. I had a friend over for the first time ever, and she had a panic attack at my house because all the adults at my house were shit-faced drunk. And I was upset. She was like, I want to go home. But for me, it's just what I was like, what, have you never seen the nighttime before, you stupid bitch? Just finish your cigarette, we'll take a walk.
Y'all do weird shit, you don't even realize it's weird. Every day, I was talking to one buddy, I was like, hey, what do you like to do with your free time here in New York City? He's like, oh, every day I like to go to the park and people watch. Why is that okay? People watch. Just because we flip the words around, it's not creepy anymore? You know? Because it's a lot different if he's just like, yeah, every day I go to the park, watch people. But we just flipped the words, and now it's like this cultured pastime. He's like, yeah, I go to the park and people watch. Sometimes people follow. Mike, if I really like him, sometimes people touch, you know? Bench. You know, they don't let me go to that park anymore. I go in there, I off jerk one time, and God, now I'm a big bad guy. New York, I can't people watch it off jerk no more. Makes me so mad I want to people kill, Mike, I'll tell you that,
I moved up here. My uncle's like, what shitbox you gonna live in? I was like, I live in Brooklyn. He goes, Brooklyn? That's where those fucking liberals are. All my goddamn taxpayer dollars are going to. I'm like, brother, you ain't paid taxes in 20 years. Like, you sell legal pit bull puppies, and that is true. You ever seen a pit bull mixed with a chihuahua? I have, and everything's a conspiracy, too. Everything. I took one of my friends to Whole Foods. I did the scan with your palm when you pay at the end. He's like, that's the mark of the beast right there. I was like, it's free shipping is what it is, you know. I love technology. Rednecks, they don't like it. They don't care for it. I'll give the government whatever they want. They scan my palm. They scan my retina at the airport to cut line. I've sold plasma. I tried to sell sperm, but I'm not allowed to because I don't have a college degree. That's bullshit right there. Your baby won't be smart, but he'll be cancer-free and can do pull-ups, you know? Like, he will be a great AutoZone employee one day. Get in the zone. AutoZone, okay? The DNA testing, the 23andMe, my uncle's like, I ain't doing that shit, because you know if you send them your DNA, they can make clones of you, and then they kill the original you. All right, you ever have someone say something stupid, but they're so confident while they say it that it fucks up everything you think you know? You're like, dude, what are you... Let me get back to you on that, actually. God damn, he might be right. Pokemon Go, they hated that. You know government owns that, right? So when you're scanning your little house for those Pokemon, they're getting the blueprint, seeing where your guns are, and they gonna come get them, yeah. The government don't want your pistol. Well, if they do, they gotta fucking fight for it, I tell you that. All right, well, they're gonna send a drone, okay? You gonna shoot a drone? My uncle's gonna shoot a... My uncle couldn't shoot his ex-wife properly, you know? Like, he missed it, she wasn't running, okay? That is also true, yeah. He shot her in the hip. Got sad he shot his wife, right? So he tried to kill himself, blew out one of his lungs, but he lived. He's a good dude, though. He is a good dude, okay? Couples fight, guys, all right?
Like, I don't know if y'all know, but gay women are now having babies. Like a lot, like at an alarming... No, like at an alarming rate. Like they having babies now. Like remember back in the day, gay, you just get a dog, they'd complete the family. That's true. They just get a dog, you be like, oh, they happy. Nope, not no more. Like babies, like car seat strollers. I'm like, that's crazy. I was dating this lady, she was 38. She was like, Paris, I'm getting older now. I think I'm ready to have a baby. And I was like, you should. Like somebody ever told you something and you trying to figure out like what they got to do with you? Like you take it in, you like, yeah, you absolutely should. But in the back of your mind, you're like, what the fuck are you telling me this for? But I stayed in there, I'm like, you should. You go, girl, your body, your choice. She was like, no, Paris, I'm telling you, because if I have a baby, I want you to be the partner of my baby. And I was like, that's crazy. She was like, what you think about that? And I was like, I don't think about that. I ain't never thought about no shit like that. A baby? No, that's disgusting. Here's the thing. I never wanted a baby with a man. I don't want a baby with a lady. 2 periods and Pampers, that's a lot of waste. I don't want to do that, because here's my question. What if we break up? Who's supposed to take care of that baby? Not me. I told that bitch get a poodle. She don't listen. I'm leaving. We break up, that's your baby. That's what you running. Right? Because here's my thing, I know me. I'm leaving, right? I can see it. I'm leaving. I'm being honest. I'm leaving. I can see it now. I would be the first deadbeat dyke. I can see it. Be on a t-shirt, throwing the baby with my titties out. Fuck them kids.
My doctors told me I wouldn't live past 18. And now I'm 34. Thank you. I'm doing what I love. I get to make people laugh, tell my story. Every day is a gift. I'm so blessed for all this. And I really wish I was dead. The world sucks. Okay? The planet is on fire. No one can afford food, rent, healthcare. Every day, there's a new virus that's gonna wipe us all out. Why the fuck would I want to be here? The only reason why I'm still here is because I can't physically kill myself. And my bitch friends aren't man enough to do it for me.
Listen, as you get older, you realize that every race got hateable things, right? Right? Finally, someone talks about it. Listen, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, beautiful people. Not one has ever played the quiet game. Right? East Asians, very smart, but they drive their kids too hard, right? Black people are perfect. Okay? I'm just saying there, hey, I'm just a fan. I'm just, fuck this guy. Hey, what the hell? Ew! Ew! I'm with y'all. All right. Brown people were very passionate, but our street food hygiene is zero. Every day I get a new video sent to me of an Indian man making curry. Mid-process puts his foot in it or something. I just text back, that's what they mean when they say Indian food has a kick to it. Here's the thing, if I gotta see my negative stereotype online, let me see every other race's negative stereotype, right? If I gotta see my shit, let me see a video of an East Asian man crashing his car. Let me see a video of a white person with the guitar going, hey there, Delilah. Let me see that. Let me see a video of a black person helping the community, okay? Just one, how about, hey,
No, I am getting older, and I know you guys are looking at me like you're gorgeous. What's the issue? And thank you for bringing that up. Both my face and my body, but it's like, it's not the outside that's the issue. The outside is being actively medically frozen at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Walt Disney at this point. I'm freezing. I have so much Botox right now that my head feels like a dead tooth. Does that make sense? It's getting heavy too. I'm walking around like. Are you gonna age naturally? Yeah? Girl, why? We've been to the moon. The science is there. Freeze. Do you understand? The only way you're gonna know my age is if you cut me in half and count the rings. That's my plan. That is my plan. I'm gonna get so much that I don't even look human anymore. You know? I just look like the Predator with tits. I come around the corner at the nursing home like, every male attendant thinks, I would. I don't want to, but I would. I'm gonna get so much Botox and filler that you're not gonna be able to bury me anymore. You're just gonna have to shoot me into space. That's my plan. If you put me in the ground, I'll contaminate the soil. Do you understand? You're just gonna have to throw me into the ocean with the rest of the world's plastic. And the moment I hit the water, I will kill a turtle. And that's my promise. And that is my oath.
Here's something I learned recently about young people. I learned young people don't eat hot dogs no more. They call them glizzies. And they laugh at you if you eat them. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't find that out till I went to a hot dog stand. Got 2 hot dogs, one with ketchup and onions, one with sauerkraut and mustard. I was switching it up, doing some different shit. Took a bite of my hot dog, and all I heard was, hey, yo, nah, chill, son, this nigga eating a glizzy. And I looked up. There was a whole high school worth of teenagers just laughing at me, pointing and shit. Just thousands and thousands of teenagers as far as the eye could see. They had their phones out, they recorded me, uploaded me on the internet, got me eating hot dogs on Boomerang. What the fuck is going on right now? I was mortified. Because I don't care who you are, how old you are, how tough you are, what you've been through. When a bunch of teenagers makes fun of you, that shit hurts, bro. You're like, yo, stop! That's enough! Where are your parents? Get out of here! It's fucked up. But here's the thing about me. I'm from Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Brooklyn. Yeah, I went to high school in Brooklyn. So I know how to deal with this situation. Because you only got 2 choices at this point. You either gonna get bullied for the whole rest of your life by these teenagers, or you're gonna address the situation right here, right now. So that's what I did. I went up to the main teenager, the alpha teenager. I went right up to him, and I shot him. I killed him right there, in front of all his friends. Started pointing the gun at the other teenagers, like, the fuck out of here. Suck my dick, little niggas. What the fuck you think this is? I'm 44 years old. You can't call me a glizzy gobbler. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. But you can't call me that. You can't call me that and make it to graduation, motherfucker. You gotta pick one.
Yeah, I'm 32 now. And you know, I'm already beginning to see people my age that are like mad at younger people, which is so stupid. There's whatever, we're all the same basically. A lot of older people, they don't like the new lingo. They get intimidated by new lingo, which is foolish. Because here's what happens. Whenever I hear a new term, I just translate it in my head to the slang that I would use when I was like 18. We all had our own slang, you know? I'll see some 21-year-old, she's like, yo, that shit is mid. I'm like, that's gay. Right? It's so easy. See some kid with purple hair, she's like, that's so cringe. I'm like, also gay. That's really kind of only had one 3-letter word for most things. But got the job done. I like gay people, you know? I just got into them this year, to be honest with you. I wasn't really fucking with them, but now I'm on board, dude. They're fun. I like the gay voice a lot. The gay affect, I think, is really cute. It's really endearing, the gay affect. And it's all over the world. Do you know that? It's not like a West Hollywood thing. Like, the whole planet has gay voice. That's true. Like, my family is Syrian. I've been back to Syria a bunch of times. You'll, like, see gay Syrian men speaking gay Arabic, like, fully La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Like, fully gay. It's like, you don't expect it, and then you're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, I bet there was a gay caveman, probably. Right? 30,000 years ago, a bunch of dudes with clubs walking around, like, yo, yeah. And then one guy's like, wow. Like, just like, kind of gay about it? Must have been. It must have happened, man.
I'm committing cute crimes, okay? That means I look cute when I do crime. I love self-checkout, okay? I always give myself a little treat when I go through there. I look right at the camera when I steal. I be like, are y'all paying for stuff at Target? They just giving it away right now. No, for real. Like, they having a see one, steal one sale right now. Every time I go, I put everything through as bananas. That's how I got my TV for 15 cents.
I'm bad at flirting. I'm really bad. I had a girl walk up to me. She goes, how do I get all that muscle on me? I was like, well, we get you to 1 gram per pound of protein a day, and we're going to slow those reps down. That eccentric, we're going to slow it down, right? Hold at the bottom if you can. I don't like dates either. I'm not a big fan of them. I get invited on coffee dates because I'm sober, which those make no sense to me. We're going to go have coffee, get to know each other, some lattes, you know. The moment espresso touches my lips, I got 5 minutes till I shit my pants. 5 minutes, baby. I'm not going to know what college you went to, girl. I'm going to get to your dog's name, like, oh, Lola, that is cute. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to have new pants on. And
I get to do pro bono cases. I don't know if you guys know where that is, pro bono cases. There you go, yeah. This is where you go down to the courthouse and you help someone who can't afford a lawyer for free, right? This is the thing. You don't know what crime they've committed until after you've picked their name. Yeah, this is the worst white elephant game you've ever played in your life. It could be anything. It could be whatever you guys want to know what happened a couple weeks ago. Have you guys ever used mobile banking on your phone where you take a picture of a check and deposit it? Okay, there was a guy, he was doing that. He wasn't sending in checks. He was just taking pictures of his dick and sending it to Wells Fargo. Yeah, front and back, right? And I just got to go to court and be like, yo, that's my guy, Your Honor. No, that's my boy right there. Don't look away. That's it.
We bought a house together. We moved in together. And then I found out that he was fucking annoying. So, yeah. It's true. Now I have to rent. Did you guys think he was cheating on me? He was also cheating on me. Just part of what made him annoying.
I don't blame Trump though. It's like I don't, whatever, dog. We voted for him. The people voted for him, So whatever. We did this to ourselves. I also feel like the Democrats deserve to lose. I really do. I really feel like they deserve to lose. I didn't want them to lose, but I just don't think they get the country that we're living in now. I think they just believe in some shit that doesn't exist anymore. Like, Republicans know how to market to their audience, and that's all this shit is now. It's sales, bro. Even the presidency's up for sale, and you gotta know how to sell your product. And Trump knows how to sell his product to the people that are buying it. I'm not buying it, but to the people who want it, he knows how to fucking get them riled up. And I feel like Democrats don't know what the fuck they doing anymore, bro. They don't know how to sell the product. And I think the problem is they still believe in America. You know what I mean? Like, they really do. They actually have hope and believe in us as a society, and they should stop. You know what I'm saying? They should stop. Like, we're pieces of shit, bro. We not good no more. It's like, stop having all that hope. Like, they really think like we're good and kind. They think we still want to read. I'm like, nobody want to read. You don't even know what country you in. Nobody wants to read ever again. We done reading, bro. I feel like every time I would go on Instagram, every Democratic post would just be so many words. There's so many words. 3 pages of words. Words on words. This is a video app. All these fucking words. And every Democratic commercial, just bad words while they talking. Just Proposition A, B, B, C says that if you vote D3 on line C, feed 4, so make sure you vote check A, B when you get to line. Like, what the fuck, bro? And every Republican commercial would just be like, do you want a man and titties in the bathroom with your daughter? You want that? A man with titties in the bathroom with your daughter? You like that? You want that? You like that? That's some shit you want? No? Then vote for us. You won't have to deal with no shit like that. To the point, if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Kamala missed a big opportunity, bro, with the dyke vote. She could have just did one commercial like, you want to go back to sucking dick, bitch? No? Vote Kamala then. Hey, y'all were fun. Have a good night.